This is general advice and my opinions only. CFDs are high risk, past performance isn't reliable. I may be long or short CFDs and stocks mentioned. Content may contain language that offends some viewers. LEVRD operates as corporate authorised representative 001318377 under AFSL 548573. You can find our financial services guide via the LEVRD website link in the show notes.
Stop loss haters. I think we've got all going through the straight. I think. Who knows? According to Trump. Let's just go with Trump is right. Wait, we've got a green day. Is there going to be 2 green days? I don't bloody know. Right, let's have a look at commodities, what happened overnight. Okay, so biggest move, well, gold sitting at about 47.60 at the moment, not rebounding heaps. Oil dropped. The prices I've seen is like low 90s for WTI and Brent, so low 90s. Spodumene had a rip overnight, 6% spod, 23.10 for the on the Platts, so that ripped 5.5%. What do we got? Aluminium continues its rise through $1.67, up 14.5% for the 3 months. Where's uranium? 85.50. Not much happening in the U-Dogs. Copper creeping back up to $5.90 US a pound. Nickel creeping back up, $7.93. Maybe the bloody commodity boom's coming back during all this bloody adversity. Who knows? Well, I keep saying who knows because I don't know. No one knows. But so we'll get into Trump in a minute, but majors overnight, as you can see, Albemarle rips 7.4% up. So Ivanhoe was up 4.3%, Cameco was up 1%. Goldies were coming off the poor day we had, so Newmont was down 3%, Barrick was down 1%, but we're seeing some green on screen today. Trump versus Iran. He still reckons they want a deal. They want a deal. That's a bad Trump impersonation. But the blockade started in the Strait of Hormuz, apparently. He said if any of these Iranian quick ships come up to him, they're just going to be eliminated with the same weapons they use to eliminate drug dealers. He's ripping that one out again. And he said 34 ships went through the Strait of Hormuz yesterday, which is by far the highest number since this foolish closure began. So effectively, US are taking control of the Strait of Hormuz. They're going to be letting people in, people out, unless they're Iranian linked. The interesting thing is going to be when a Chinese vessel who has energy agreements with Iran comes past and has taken oil from Iran, is US going to blow that shit up? I don't think so. That's going to be the interesting thing when what happens with the Chinese vessels. What have I got on my shirt there? Anyway, but it sounds like everything on the what is it, the western side or the southwestern side of Strait of Hormuz, which is Saudi, Qatar, Kuwait, all that. I assume US are going to be getting all those stranded vessels out. So that all starts flowing and limiting anyone that's dealing with Iran. So still on the table for a deal. This is pretty much US making Iran's life very difficult by cutting off their oil revenue. So, and it's all hinging on the fact that they need Iran to agree not to have a nuclear program. So we'll wait and bloody see. News out today. Polymetals released their quarterly. So they've had a bit of a win, you'd say. They've had a bit of a treacherous time. They had the very unfortunate fatality last year. Operations were suspended temporarily. So it looks like they're turning a corner a bit. They're mining they've got like the near surface high grade silver component. They've started mining the upper lode. So for the quarter, they pumped out 547,000 ounces of silver. 1,000 ounces of gold. They did have concentrate logistics were impacted by South Australia flooding, but it says they've got their cash and net payable inventory has risen about $28 million, and 37.9 of that, of the 60.8 million total, is net payable metal inventory. So it says they've got first batch of the silver DSO that's come from this upper load. That's going to be shipped at the end of April. And the concentrate logistics should be back on track with the existing offtakes they've got. So looks like turning the corner, positive cash flow if you include the net payable inventory, but you see how the stock price has been hammered. It was up well above $1.50 before February and has dropped during all this bloody turmoil down to 71 cents. So eyes on Polymetals and the Endeavour mine. New Murchison Gold. NMG. So they've released some pretty impressive looking drill hits from the Crown Prince East. So they're mining the Crown Prince main at the moment, the pit, where they're generating some pretty bloody handy cash flows. But there's a smaller pit by the looks to the east, and hits of 18 metres at 10 grams from 54 metres, 12 metres at 10 grams from 34 metres. So that could be, in addition to the Lydia pit they're talking about, this could be another additional ore source. And as I said, good cash generation. They're, like analysts are predicting, about 50 mil free cash per quarter. They are, in a way, less sensitive to the gold price because as the gold price rises, that's more money that Westgold takes. So it's more money that they get as well, but it's more money that Westgold take for the ore purchase agreement, how that's set up. So they're making as much cash in a quarter as some of the bloody mid caps making. They're probably they're making more than Northern Star, you'd say. So they're 90 mil in the bank last quarter, and we'll see how they go this quarter. I know the risk to this one is whether rain impacted them, like was disclosed for the likes of Mika and Ramelius. Not sure, but they have delivered on the previous quarters, and hence I've had a tickle. I've bought a bit of NMG, and we can look. As per usual, I can look at this 2D image, or I can do the bloody right thing in the world and fire up bloody Canetoad. And now I will show you what bloody Canetoad's got for New Murchison right now. This announcement come out today. I'll flick to the screen. Here's the homepage. Look at this. These are all the announcements. High-grade gold intercepts at Crown Prince East. I'll click on that, and this will bring up the announcement from today. That's the area it concerns. This is bloody live, ladies and gents. I'm not bloody editing. This is double click for a 3D view, confirm, rips it out. Look at that. If you love geology, this is bloody made for you. Look at that. You can see the intercepts. You can look at that. 3 grams for that one. God, pick the bloody one of the shitter ones. Look at that, 3 grams for that one. What do we got? 5 grams. And it tells you where the interval is, how thick the intersection is. You've got the full drill hole table here. Have a look at that. That is today's announcement. Look, I don't even like geology. I hate it, but I love Canetoad. Can you imagine how much you'd love Canetoad if you love geology? Link is in the show notes. Sign up and get the toad in your life. Get the toad. As I said yesterday, if you want to find a good load, you've got to get the toad. Right, next cab off the rank. Where are we? Get bloody Canetoad. Love your bloody work. So, New Murchison had a bit of a tickle, 4.8. It's a bit of a lift today. 4.9 I got in at. Blackstone Minerals back in play. BSX ripped 51% today. She was in the doldrums. The ex-nickel developer trying to be also a gold copper developer. They bought the Mankayan copper gold project in the Philippines. They got a cease and desist order issued by the municipal mayor of Mankayan, but that has been lifted and the stock has ripped today 50%, and it's one of those jurisdictional risk plays. It's got 9.7 million ounces of gold, 20 million ounces of silver, and 2.8 million tonnes of copper, but obviously social issues. So keep your eyes on that. Had the Scotty Williamson left the joint. He was the MD. Now you've got the Jeff Gilmore, he's running it now. He come from the IDM side that brought this asset in. So yes, 50% rip today. Now, fund update. I've closed a few of these. I bloody to open up my new Murchison position, but still maintaining strong. Liontown IGO should have a bit of a lift today on Liontown. Liontown dropped more than the IGO yesterday, so that pissed me off. But Kaiser Reef, geez, doesn't that fucking talk about? I could have bought it at 25 cents if I'd just waited, but you can't predict what a bloody quarterly is going to do. Shit. So fund up the number. Fucking horrible yesterday. 102. 102. Fuck my life. 102. Jesus Christ. Anyway, I'm still in play. Just need a few green days. Oh, just need some oil to start flowing. The gold price to rise. I've got 2 weeks to get a bloody good gold price outcome. I've got bloody options either side, and the gold price has just stayed fucking 46 to 4,700 after being so friggin' volatile. I just needed to go shitloads either way, and so I can get some options in the money. But time is running out. Anyway, I'll wait and see. Right, let's have a look at the bloody market.
3, 2, 1, let's fuck!
Where are we? Have a look-see down the bottom. What are we at? What's gold at? 47.70. So that's climbing back a bit. So WAF up 1%. Bright Star up 3.3. Liontown having a bit of a rip, up 5%. That's good to see. $1.96.5. Outperforming IGO today at 2.44. So me hedges going all right there. Waiting for IGO's quarterly. That's what I'm waiting for. Talk up 3%, back at 50 cents. Medallion at 2, down 2%. Kaiser Reef. Oh, you bloody bastard. I'm delayed there. So that's 25.26. Well, fucking lucky I didn't put too much in. Phoenix flat, Santos down a bit due to the oil. New Murchison up 4%. So I got in at 4.9 there. So that is currently sitting pretty much at that. So just a little bit of a tickle, 13 grand in the new Murchison. Come on, Pasty, you're in the levered fund now. Bring on that free cash flow. So that's where we're at. Have a look across the screen. What do we got? On the Goldies, best performer, Alkane up 2%. Goldies pretty flat, pretty much down 2, up 2. Ramelius down 2% at 375. Oh, God, that's bloody... anyway, God, have a look at interesting. Blackstone up 65%. Absolutely ripped on the back of that. 65%. Oh, my God. Any other big movers? Lithium. Lithium should be ripping pretty good. As I said, Albemarle up 6%. Pilbara only up 2%. IGO up 2. Liontown performed the best, 4.27. $1.95. MinRes sitting at 58. Wildcat up 2%, 37 cents. Bit of green on screen today. Bit of green. What's Centaurus doing? Up 62.5, up 6.9%. God, if that thing fucking rips and I haven't held it, oh my God, I'm going to be so pissed off. What's Rare Earths doing? Good rise on Rare Earths. Meteoric up 11%. Linus 2.6. Right, green on screen. Copper, what do we got? Polymetals up 12.6% on the back of that quarterly. So good news for Polymetals. Breakthrough, sitting at 14.5. Come on, Breakthrough. Sandfire up 2.8. Develop down 0.7, but back up to $5.30. AIC flat. Silver Miners. As I said, Polymetals up 13. Boab up 7%, 43. Uranium is in the green. Deep Yellow up 8%. Boss up 7%. Lotus up 6.4, back at $1.49. Good day for the U-Dogs. Good old Huxo. Huxo, how's your cauldron going, mate? 5.8. You gotta take some profits, Huxo? You gotta take some, or you gotta keep it running? Do you want 10 cents? We're about to find out. Love your bloody work. There we go. Righto. Spot gold, 47.70. Okay. Not a bad day. Not a bad day. Recovering a little bit, even though the balance hasn't gone up fucking heaps. But that's those bloody options. Need 5,100 in a couple of weeks. Righto, punters. Buddy, as always, thank you to this big bloody logo here. Where is it? Oh, I'm bloody slow on the uptake here. I'm slow. Canetoad. You know, one thing that's not slow is Canetoad. I just showed you how friggin' quick it is. Thanks for your support, Canetoad. Love your bloody work and cheers, punters. Good luck. Good luck.